15 seconds in and the round is already over. You went down alongside half of your team in the first few moments yet again. If you're getting destroyed at the start of the round over and over, chances are that there is a reason for that. This is the opening and you're behind. But that's no issue because I'm here to catch you up. Let's get started. Every time this subject comes up, one specific game comes to mind. There was this raise peeking from tiles on ascent every round. And every round I would pre-aim the same spot the raise had stood each time before, count to 1, 2, then swing and pre-fire for a free pick. Each round, the raise came back and was waiting patiently for me in their self-assigned spot. Wrecking this raise at the start of every round was automated. It was a preset play. A lot of players have these early round pre-planned sequences, whether that's a complicated utility combo or a simple timing pre-fire. Opponents who put themselves in the way of that play over and over again can be hard-pressed to come up with an answer and end up getting wrecked over and over again before they can even reach the mid-game. How can this be solved? There is a short answer and an advanced answer. The short answer is don't put yourself in front of the play. It's like crouching into a headshot. Don't do it. Now the problem with taking the short answer at face value is that it can put your team in a weak position for the middle phase of the round. If you're interested, we can talk about the advanced answers to better understand how to actually turn your opponent's plays into advantages to use against them. In the meantime though, we should look at how to execute a safe opening and convert it into a successful middle game, so that you don't survive the early plays only to get destroyed 2 seconds later because you can't even hide properly. The opening is what your team does in the first 15-ish seconds of the round. Your first move. The standard is to take rocket pad positions, the spots around the map from which you can launch direct attacks on key areas. Rushes will usually take one early on to springboard to the site, whereas a default might take all of them. The issue with a safe opening is it gives the opponents rocket pad positions to start attacking into your territory. They pick you off when you least expect it or allow you to take a site while setting up a devastating multi-pronged retake. As a result, if you aren't going to attack immediately after the opening, you need to establish broad map control to punish opponents who try to push or flank you and keep your options open for the mid-game. Then you can retake those rocket pad positions yourself. When opponents use lots of utility early, they make a trade. Late round and retake strength in exchange for a powerful attack right now. Their gamble is that they will deal so much damage that they will be able to essentially secure the round early. A good safe opening will capitalize on this assumption and use it against the opponents. In order to get the most out of this advantage, try to minimize fights based solely on weapons. Set up coordinated attacks supported by utility, take territory, and win fights. Then, be disappointed by the pitiful retake opponents try to make without much utility. Now for the advanced answer. You can try to get under the play. If the opponents are throwing a big utility combo, that takes preparation time. This means they won't have their weapons ready. Depending on the play, you can sometimes squeeze past the utility with a second to spare, oftentimes by sprinting with your knife out. The opponents may believe that they are safe, and will be very surprised when you turn the corner and frag them while they have their bow out. This is called an attack in preparation. It can be especially strong on a jet or a raise with a good understanding of timing. It's also risky, because if the opponents don't throw their full combo, you can be caught with your knife out. One of my favorites is the delayed rush. It's exactly like a normal rush, but you silently wait out the play and then walk through a rocket pad position before bursting onto the site. If the opponents use their utility early, you can make them regret it when they struggle to retake. A super difficult but very strong method is the counter timing. Plays are preset, so they are often consistent, which makes them predictable. Opponents often peek the same way to make a timing pre-fire. Set up your own timing so that you peek just after they shoot and pre-fire them before they move or as they retreat after their pre-fire. This is especially strong against operators. Counter utility can be pretty great. This truly embraces the "if I can't have it, nobody can" mentality. If a Raze nades Tile's Ascent, your Raze also nades Cat, and then you guys kind of have an early fight as if neither play happened. This is great if you are significantly stronger in the openings, but are prevented from taking those fights by plays. The bait Repeek is an excellent option for players with good movement. You draw out a certain action and then have a follow-up ready. For example, get scanned by an arrow on purpose and pre-fire, quote-unquote, a flash for an easy frag onto a wide-swinging opponent. This takes advantage of plays that have some pre-programmed utility, but are largely opportunistic in that an opponent will peek if they think they have some advantage. Most of these advanced options are highly situational and require excellent game sense to pull off. Be patient with yourself, and make sure to learn the safe opening in case you need to fall back onto it. That's all there is to it. If you have a solution you would like to add, let us know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe, best of luck, and have a great day.